attempt trying to create a video to help you guys, since you guys are really struggling with this beginning part of Java programming. So Lab 00 is the paper that I just gave you. I not just gave you, but gave you, where you guys, all you have to do is type in the information in Java programming. And for those of you who haven't done that part, just remember, go to JGrasp, go to File, New, and you might not see Java like this, because if we never open it, then you won't see it. So you have to go to Other, and you'll see Java right here. So when you do that, it opens up the program, start typing what you see on Lab 00 paper, and then just you have to run it. One thing that, so what I did is I have this, but one thing I want you guys to make sure is when you, after you created it, after you write it down, save it as, remember the file we created? So this one is in a different file. I'm just going to put it in my computer science folder. And in my computer science folder, I have, not this one. So I have it on my desktop, but you guys were supposed to do it on your share drive, your H drive. So when you open my computer science 2018, 2019 folder, I have the Java shells there, and then when you open it, it gives you all the units, and of course the setup files, and the Pixlab will be there. I'm interested in saving everything inside Unit 1. So this is Unit 1, so I'm going to save Lab 00 in Java because I am using the map here. Okay, so I'm going to save it here. All right, one thing I want you guys to see from this table is, you see, and I talked to you about this in class. So the import is the files that we get from the edu fcps, the Carol folder, Carol 2 folder. That's where we're getting the display, and we're using the robot from that file. We always start with any kind of Java programming. We are importing from somewhere. That's what Java is great, because you don't have to write everything. You can borrow, or you can take some information from other folders. Okay, that's what we're doing. And you public class Lab 00, this is always what you use to name your class. Otherwise, it's not going to run properly. When it says this is where we start our main method, see public start void main string, and then this is where we are starting. So when it says display open world maps, and it has first maps, it's talking about the maps that I was just showing you earlier. So this is the map it's talking about. So we saved it here, right, in Unit 1. See how in Unit 1 you have maps right here? There is a file named first in that file. So when I open this, oh, it should be here. Oh, I probably not, probably did not finish downloading it, but that's what this is, okay? So first folder would go here. So probably when I'm trying to run this down, so it's compile, right? So let's go back to here. So when you press the plus sign, it compiles it. So creates the Java class. All right, and then when we run it, I don't know if it'll be able to pull the map first from it. If not, then I have to make sure that folder is good. Oh, it has it. Okay, so it's in there. So that's what it is. So if the map wasn't there, then you won't be able to see this. So in this program, if you notice, it says Carol move, Carol pick a beeper, Carol move, Carol turn left. So what I'm going to do is the speed of this robot was 5, so let's make it like 1, so that you can kind of see how this robot is following the steps. Okay, turn left, move, put beeper down, move, turn left, okay? That's what the program should do. So I'm sure you guys, well, I don't know, but you'll be able to, it's just a little bit slower. So the speed makes it slower. Like 1 is slower. If you put 10, it makes it faster. That means the robot is moving at that speed. So always compile before you run it. So it completes. So now you're going to see the carrot moving, picking the beeper up, pick the beeper, see, turn, put the beeper down, and left, right. And that's what she did. Okay. So that's what we want her to do. So the problem is with the day 2 assignment that you guys are saying, well, I don't know where we're getting, what we're doing. So if you happen not to have the paper, okay, so this is your Blackboard site, right? This is, if you go to the course material, like, I don't know, yours will be a different one. So, but this is computer science. And on the assignment part, I put the first assignment you're supposed to do, which is the hour of code. So most of you emailed me. I just need to print them up and put grades in. Last class we did Hello Robot Lab 00. The exercise is here. The answer for the lab is here. This is very important because I went through it step by step with you guys so that you guys could understand what we're doing. So this part is the answer for it. What does Ophelia know? And it gives you an explanation. So read everything, every single line that that's why we're taking time in class to do it. And read it, please, because it kind of, helps you to start very well, okay? So once you you see this, if you wanted the answer again, and then yesterday or last class assignment is this one, right? I'm going to give you this exercise when you walk in. That will be our warm-up, and we'll do it together at the beginning, okay? So here is what the assignment is. So if you look into this part where you keep what I keep the assignment. If you wanted to go the course material, even if I'm printing, giving it to you guys, it's right here. So if you go to Unit 1, I put it on Blackboard. That's what I put it. Sorry, guys. If you go to Blackboard, you see the whole package in there. Let's go back. So Introduction to Computer. The Unit 1 folder should be in there. Okay. And you guys mine is going to look different because obviously I have different things. So what I want you guys to do is once you open it, so let me open it so that I can show you, okay? All right, so to help you, I put it on the course material because, going back into Blackboard from class. So just click on Unit 1, it's right here. So when you open it, it opens Carol Unit 1. So this is everything, okay? So this is the FCPS, the one we got from TJ. So if you go through it, so we did this page, if you guys remember, we went through Lab 00, right? So we finished, this is the one I told you to do the classwork. And then I have you read through this last class. You need to read, you need to take notes, you need to make sure you understand, because we're going to talk about the errors next week, okay? So those are very, very important. So it kind of tells you what, when you compile, what does it do? When you run it, what does it do? So make sure you're reading through this. So what this Lab 01 is doing is, this is the map you have, right? And it takes you here. If you read through this, so you have to create Unit 1 Lab 01 Java with a school map at size 1010. So they want you to create another lab. You're like, oh, how do I write this down? So just go to the first lab we did. See this lab we did? So this was Speed 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy everything from here to here. Okay, that's me. I'm going to copy it, Control C, create a new, I don't know if this is new. Yeah, if you don't have it, just go new Java and it open a file. And then just go ahead and paste it. So after you paste it, now but I'm working on Lab 01. So I'm going to change the name of the lab to 01. Okay, so the public stat void is still going to be the same. And if you read through this part, I want to get the map from the school. I'm using the school map, not first map. So when you get here, change the one that says first to school. So just change this to school. Okay, that's the map I wanted to use. Okay, and the display here, it tells you we want it to be 1010, right? The display size is 1010, so that's the way it is. Then it says and then it says instant two robot object, one named Lisa, and then we need, and that's going to be the default constructor, and then the other one named Pete, starting at 4.5, facing south with 0 beepers. Okay, that's what I want to do. So in this one, I know I created a robot called Carol. I wanted to create a robot that is Lisa, right? And then I'm going to say Lisa again here. And I also wanted to create another robot that is called Pete. So all I have to do is just Control C and Control V. So Lisa is the default, so I don't need to add anything here. I don't need to put anything here. She's the default, okay? But Pete is the one that you have to make sure he is. So, and if you see, so I created, is it, I don't know, Pete. I think it's 2E is what we have, right? And then it says here, and that's the way I want you guys to go through it. I'm not doing everything. I need you guys, this is how we're starting. You have to read line by line. So one named Lisa, using the default constructor. So remember we talked about default when we did this problem here, when we did this. So robot object default initial coordinate starting at 1, 1, facing east with 0 beeper is what the default is. But if you want a coordinate that has, you know, need to start 5, 4, display south, this is how you put it. So I can even just copy this down because Pete starts at different location, right? So where does he start? He started at 4, 5, facing south with 0 beepers. So then I come here and put it right here, right? The one I just copied from there. And those are the things you guys have to do. But he starts at, sorry guys, somebody passed by here. 4, 5 and facing south, right? So 4, 5, so this is 5, 4, so this is 4, 5. That means that's his location. That's where he starts. And you can see it on the map. And he's displaying, is it south? See, I have a short. South with 0 beepers. So south with 0 beepers. So I don't need to put any beepers in, right? Or I can put 0. That's something you guys can do too. Okay, that's what you wanted to do. And then it tells you here, this is the part. Have Lisa pick up the book from the math office and bring it to Pete. You're gonna say, which book? So it's just like the beeper, you know, like the things that you see here, like this is the book, okay? The part, I'm sure you guys can see this thing. See where it says number 1, that's the book. So you want Lisa to pick up the book from the math office, which is right here, and then bring it to Pete and have Pete. So Pete is over here. So what we're doing is we're going to tell Lisa to move 1, 2 twice. Then she has to make a left turn and move once. Then make a left turn, move once, pick the book, and then she has to. So you got to write down the steps for her to walk all the way in, give it to her, and then you have to tell Pete to come all the way here and put the book down and put it back. So that's what you guys have to do. So you see how I got you guys through so far here? And one thing I do is, since we already opened the top, you know, 2 on top the braces, I always, you know, open it up. And then what you can do is to check if you did it right. And or you can even go back to here. See how we have Carol move? Like, I don't know how many times we need Lisa to move, but I can just copy and paste, right? And instead of Carol, I just need to make it Lisa. So we want Lisa to move. So we're going to say Lisa, move. Lisa, move. Okay, so I'm going to put Yeah. So she's gonna move. How many times you want it? Just copy and paste. Copy and paste. Copy. I want her to move twice. Is that what we saw on the map? Not here. Okay. These are the type of things you have to do to get used. I don't want this video to be more than 15 minutes. It is 15-20 seconds, so I'm gonna stop. But please take your time and try to do this, okay? See you tomorrow, and we will finish this lab 01. And then don't forget to save it, okay? When you try to compile, it says, yeah, save the file. I want it to be saved in the Unit 1 folder. So go ahead, save it, okay? And then it will create a class file, and then you'll be able to run it afterwards. If not, if you get stuck, then we'll work on it in class. So you see it says Lisa is not correct. So I need to go back and fix those things. But and this is the thing you guys have to do: robot Lisa, new Lisa, and then it tells you error, cannot find the symbol. So I probably make some mistake there. So I'll fix it. But make sure you guys do this before or when you come into class, okay?